When I was in high school, I saw a UFO. Now, I was a good kid in high school. I was the one that stayed sober at parties to help the ones that got drunk. I never really got high. I never even smoked cigarettes. I completely drug-free, alcohol-free, good kid. So when I say I saw a UFO, I'm not saying that I saw a UFO under the influence of anything. I saw a UFO sober. Let me paint the picture for you. Me and two other girls were at this guy's house. We were there to watch a scary movie, Dracula. And he had rented it from Blockbuster, and we were going to watch this in his room upstairs. Now, it was that kind of day, and it was that time of day where the sun had already gone down, and there were stars starting to appear in the topmost part of the sky, but there was still some light on the horizon, as in there was some shades of color and everything else from, the bottom part of the sky up to the top. So there was still, enough light there for you to be able to make out the trees and the houses and all that stuff. It was still pretty light out. I mean, it was that place in the day. So what we had done was we'd gone up to his room and we turned off all the lights, and we were going to watch this movie. Now, the way his room is set up is his bed is here, right here, and facing the wall right here, so that he can lay in bed and look at this wall. This wall is nothing but window. It's just 4 panels in a row of just these large glass windows. And so floor to ceiling, huge windows. So, and this happens to be where he has the TV set up. So that I guess he can lay in bed and watch TV, right? And it's right in front of this really large window. He's got the TV, and this is where we all got all these blankets, and we were like in front of the TV on the floor under these blankets. Not watching the movie at all. The 2 girls that came with us, they were making out with each other. So me and the guy that were there were kind of like, not paying attention to the movie. When the guy that was there, he goes, look, what is that? And so I look, and what I see is if you've got something that's metal, and you shine a light at it, it reflects. And that's what I saw. It was not a light emitting its own light. It was an object that was reflecting light. This object was perfectly circular, perfectly round. And on this object, there were lights that were emitting its own light. Red and yellow lights that were, like in pattern like that on this. And the way this thing was moving through the sky was it was turning like that through the sky, like literally rotating, like a coin that rolls on its edge along a countertop. This thing was rolling on its edge through the sky, along the edge of the horizon, just above the top of the trees. And it was larger than the moon, this thing. It was a very large thing. And there was enough light in the sky that was reflecting on this thing for us to definitely see that it was some kind of a shiny metal, and that there was some kind of texture to it, where there was, some kind of a raised up middle in the middle of this thing, and it was kind of projected out, and that kind of thing. There was more to it. It was more than just a flat circle. It was definitely had something to it. I've created an animation as best as I could of what I saw. Now, granted, the memory I'm talking about is more than 12 years old. But it's very clear in my mind still. It's never left. It was something that I'd never seen before this, and I've never seen it since. And it was shocking enough that it stayed in my mind. And I studied it when it happened. Oh, Lord, I tried everything I could to burn it into my brain. And it did. I burned it right in there. It stayed. Because I wanted, if something were to happen or something, I wanted to know what I saw, you know? And so I do. I know what I saw. Now this thing, it shocked the both of us, me and the guy, so much we were like, oh my God, stop kissing. And the two girls that were with us, they stopped kissing and they were like, oh, what is that? And they went to look at it too. And we were all like up against the window. Oh, what the hell? You know, watching this thing, and it got all the way to the edge of the window, and where we couldn't see it anymore, went around the edge. And we were like, oh, so we rushed to the little bitty window, but beside, that was over the bed, on that side. And we were, you know, up on by the bed, you know, looking out this little window just in time to see this object go boop, boop, phew, literally shot straight out to, you know, in this very unusual thing. And I mean that, you know, planes don't do. There's no way that this thing was a plane. I mean, because you don't see planes that are perfectly circular like this. I thought for a while maybe it was a helicopter that was flying on its side and we were just looking at the propellers spinning. And then, but that just makes no sense. Because how many helicopters flying on their sides do like that and shoot off? I mean, that's got to be a hell of a pilot driving that helicopter. That's all I'm saying. You know, I don't know what I saw. As in, I don't know what it was, how to define it. I mean, I've got the description down, but I couldn't tell you the name. You know, you hear a lot of people talk about how they've seen UFOs and stuff, but, you know, I just wanted to tell my story and get it out there in case anyone's had a similar experience, or anything like that. Any ideas what it might have been? That would be cool too. That's all I got for now, but bye.